refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take a few to lose. Built to win, apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another great episode of FFC. How's everybody doing today? There's one person I know I am looking forward to speaking to, Niori. Yes, please tell me you are clocking in to tell Coach you got the dub. Oh, did anybody see Travion Henderson with 3 touchdowns on Thursday? Oh my God. And then back though, Bijan had a good game. It was a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. I do believe, based off the running backs that he has and the players that he has played off of what we based off and gone through, he should have won this week. He should be 5-6. Let's hope so. Let us hope so. He can't lose another game. He's kind of got to go undefeated. So we will see here in just a moment. Everybody else, how did you do this week? Let Coach know. It is week 11. At this point, for some of us, we have been knocked out of the playoffs. Some of us, we are gearing up these next few games to have a high ranking for the constellation game because we're out. Some of us already have 6 wins, 6 losses. Some of us right now are only sitting on 2 wins at this point in the season. We're done. You go over here with Coach, but you're not on the couch. Okay, we're just over here with Coach. You just got to stay where you are and don't quit. And you just upset somebody else's season. Be vengeful, okay? But don't quit. Don't be a sourpuss and quit just because you don't have a good record and you're not going to go to the championship. It's not a loss. You can still be effective. You know what I mean? Don't just finish out the game. Just finish out the game, guys. Don't be a sourpuss and quit. I understand 2-3 losses, but if you stick with Coach for the rest of your life, those 2-3 losses will turn into 8 to 10 to 12 wins. Okay, you just got to stay with. Some of you guys are losing because this is your first year with Coach. Some of you took over a team you didn't plan on taking over, and you tried to do what you could with it. Some of us have made some boneheaded decisions, and we've had to eat those. You know, we got to eat those bad decisions for the rest of the year. However, some of us made the right decisions, and we're still losing, okay? We can put up 179 points, and we can lose to somebody who put up 198. It sucks that way. But all you can do is just keep playing. Keep following your research. I don't think anybody realizes, you don't do anything wrong with the way you construct your team, with the way you draft. People have ideas. People have methods. You know what I mean? But as long as you know the actual base value of players and their value, right? Here's what I mean. A number 3 and a number 2 receiver are going to catch between 4 to 7 catches at any given time in the game. The number 1, he's going to get about 9 to 14 targets. He's only going to catch about 7 to 8 of them. He's getting double teamed. You have to look at those base values. Which one do you want? Do you want the tough 7 catches, right, when you're drafting a receiver? Or do you want the easy 5 catches? Now, the tough 7 could get you 110, 125 yards receiving, maybe a touchdown. The easy, 5 for 50. That's 10 points. 5 for 50. 5 catches, that's 5 points. 50 yards, that's 5 points. 5 for 50. Okay. So that's what I mean. That's what I mean by base value. Where is it when you're drafting? What part of the value is it that you want? Do you want the number 1 value? Do you want the number 2 or 3 value? Me personally, give me number 1 values in running. Give me lower values in receiving. Why? Because receivers come a dime a dozen. And as long as I have strong running backs, I can win games with my receiver getting 17 points. I don't need a receiver to get 25 points if I got my running backs doing that low. And how do you do that? Well, you just got to be correct at what type of running backs you draft, because that part ain't easy. Again, here's how I draft, right? I get the top. As best as I can, I get the best running back in the first round and the second round, right? I do prefer to have the last pick so I can kind of just have better value in those two running backs. That's fine. That's just what I choose. Or even have it at the back end of the draft. I really don't like drafting in the beginning. I don't like to wait that long. I'd rather wait to pick and then pick again and then wait till they come back around. That gives me more time to set everything up in my queue. So I prefer to go towards the back end. That's just me. But I'm going to go running back, and then I'm going to go receiver. Or if there's a rookie sitting down there I know ain't nobody going to touch, I'm going to go running back. Why? He is going to be, one of them was Josh Jacobs when I did that. The other one was Kareem Hunt when I did that. The other one was not Todd Gurley. My brother got Todd Gurley. Who was the other one that came out with Todd Gurley? I can't think of it. He was a running back that came from Wisconsin. Melvin Gordon. I had Melvin Gordon, okay, when he was a rookie. So I do get a rookie running back, okay? That's just, for me, for some reason, it's just easy to find which one to take. The receivers are tougher to get in early rounds. So I prefer to get them in the later rounds because, I prefer targets that are going against one-on-one matchups. I just don't want to deal with a number 1 receiver. That is just one of my things in fantasy. I don't tell everybody to go through that. If I help you with your draft, I'll help you tell you who to trade. Obviously, I have no dog in the fight on people who choose what they choose. Like if you have a number 1 receiver trying to trade, I'm not going to say, that's what you get for having a number 1 receiver. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you, okay, I understand your value, what you're trying to do again, because now you can get a 2 point. That's what I'm going to do. Me personally, I don't do wide receivers in the first round. I just don't. I have not had success winning in fantasy football doing that. Going running back, receiver, running back. I personally just have never had. I even went receiver one time just to see. Did not have success in that. Couldn't get a running back. I was asked out on running back. So for me, person that loves to have 17 plus point games for my running back, and that's just with no touchdowns, right? That's just yards, no touchdowns. I would prefer to do that and get 2 of them and then go get receivers elsewhere. Tight ends don't bother me. I'll grab a 7-point tight end. Any given time, this guy's going to give me 11 or 12 points. But him giving me 7 points is not the reason I'm going to lose. It's the reason I'm going to win because I got somebody at the base value, meaning they have upward value, okay? Same thing with my kicker and my defense. I stream. At any given time, I'm going to always have 12, 10, 15, maybe even 8 points, okay? Why? I don't have the same defense every week. I'm going to stream the defense. I'm going to pick a defense that's going against just a ridiculously bad football team. That I need value in points. I don't give a damn if that defense is number 1. That number 1 defense ain't going to give you no points. You're going to walk around 7 points all season because you drafted them in the 6th round. Good luck with that. See, that's when coach will talk about you. All right, so week 11 is in the bags. Let's go see how we did. Because I'm very petty, by the way. I'm very petty. Sometimes I think it comes off as pretty evil. Look here, I love trolls. Trolls tell you more about your life than you think. Okay, so when you come in here and you troll coach about how bad his takes are, and the fact that he don't know what he's talking about, and the fact that nobody sits here and watches what he does, that's fine. That's what your job is. If you could get paid for that, troll, you'd be richer than Bill Gates. That's how much of it we actually need in our life, because then I get to come back here and I get to come on a camera and I get to look you in your face and tell you how stupid you look, because boy, did the Cardinals look just like how I said they would. Somehow people thought the 49ers were supposed to lose to these bad Cardinals. That's crazy. But mostly it's because some of y'all thought that Jacoby Brissett still has something in the tank because he won a couple of games. Yet and still, this team has been handcuffed by the terribleness of Kyler Murray. And look how haunting it is just to even watch this team. But no, let's troll this guy. Yeah, let's troll him. Thank you. I appreciate it. Because boy, did they get, what was that? What was the score? Oh, let's see here. Oh, this is, yeah. There it is. But we're going to go a little deeper. We want to look within this game because, boy, I couldn't wait to come back and talk about it. Now, the Cardinals. Who gives a damn about the Cardinals? Nobody. They got beat up 41-22. Who would give a damn? 22 points is the most that they can put up. And probably most of that was garbage time. It's the fact that 41 points got put on the defense. So this team has been stained contractually because of Kyler Murray and his bad play. And it hasn't gotten better. What's their record? 3-7. I want to take a look at something. Because, back in the day, about a few months ago, Coach did this thing that's called schedule prediction. And I go through every single team and, go line by line, loss, win, loss, win. I go through the whole schedule. I go through all 32 teams. I wonder at week 11, since we're going into week 12, I wonder what I had the Chargers at this time of the year. Let's go see. Keep my receipts, guys. Now, maybe I had them winning more games. So maybe Coach was wrong. Maybe I gave the Cardinals too much hope when I did that schedule prediction. Or maybe I am right on the dot. Through week 11. Y'all want to know something crazy through week 11? I actually gave these fools more wins. They only have 3. I have them 5. So, give or take a game or two. But I did have them lose. And here's the crazy part. I had them beating the San Francisco 49ers. They were supposed to win in week 11. Now, granted, technically they could have not, because why? I had them lose away. Because remember, when I do my schedule predictions, I don't give away teams losses. Most of the time, unless you're just really, really, really bad, I'll split it with you. Most of the teams, just because I'm really more so looking for the last number for the record, meaning what the total record would be. I have them going 6-11. Question. Because Coach clearly doesn't know everything, and I just could be wrong. So at 3 games and 7 losses on this, 10 games are gone. 10 games are gone. They have 3. The question Coach has is, are they winning 6? I had them winning 6. Are they winning 6? I had them winning in week 11. They lost. Go figure. Are they winning 6 games? That's a good question. We know they ain't winning more than that, okay? But this guy here has no idea what he's spitting out of his mouth. His takes are probably the absolute worst. But dare I say, my record ain't too far off. So, hey, I don't know. Maybe I'm just spitballing. Maybe I'm literally just throwing this stuff out there. I don't know. I don't know anything. Because the Cardinals are supposed to win this game. The 49ers are supposed to be bad. 41 points against a division rival. Wow. That's pretty rough. But anyway. Oh, let's see. Let's see here. And man, Jacoby Brissett threw. So they didn't even attempt to run the ball. I don't have a running back. They're all hurt. I get it. Life is life. But they let this man throw 57 times. He has 452 yards. It's supposed to be great, right? 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Good luck, Cardinals. You got 7 games left. Good luck. Let's see who's up next. Because I want to get that one in and out of the way. All right. So we got the Jets Patriots on Thursday night. I mean, that was an easy one. Jets Patriots 27-14. It was a division game, but we all know who the powerhouse in that game was. I mean, the Patriots have been just playing solid football all year round. Drake May is him and Matthew Stafford right now are MVP candidates. They are knocked out my boy Baker Mayfield unless Baker can fight these last 7 games and have some better yardage because he has his yardages. Everything's kind of slumped since Mike Evans went out. So gotta wait and see. But right now it is between Matthew Stafford and Drake May. And it's a wonderful race to watch. But Patriots do win 27-14. Again, Travion Henderson with 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 1 passing. I think he had 32 points in that game. Commanders and the Dolphins. This was and let me ask you a question. Who got up at 9 o'clock to watch this game? I didn't. Commanders have no quarterback. Dolphins have no quarterback. Both coaches to me are below par. And 16-13 is basically what you got from a below par game overseas in London. This is what overseas got to enjoy. I mean, I for me, if I'm them, and it's most likely cold over there too, and that was a waste of my time, mate. That was a waste of my time. Could have had coffee, mate. I'm just saying, like, I paid money to watch an American football game, and every game I watched all season long, even with the Dolphins, 30 points, 44 points, 41 points. All these NFL guys are just throwing touchdowns everywhere. Yeah. 13-16 is what they got. Oh, in overtime. This game was actually at 13. At 13. 13 tied. And went into overtime. I'm so sorry I had to deal with that. Now, this was a better game for the Bears, and they won. And I'm so glad. My wife is happy. They are leading in the division. Oh, wait a minute. Isn't that crazy? Now, granted, the Detroit Lions do have a winning record. They're 6-4, but they're in third place. They're in third place. Mind you, if I'm not mistaken, this is the same Detroit Lions team that ran all over the Bears earlier in the season. I mean, they made it a point to go out and destroy them because of the coach that's over there, because he used to be with them. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm excited about the rematch. The Bears-Detroit rematch, I'm excited. The Bears are on top. Caleb Williams is actually, hey, look, he had a shaky start again, but like he did it again, he did it to me last year when he was a rookie. He had 3,500 yards as a rookie. That is very impressive. I don't care what nobody says. 3,500 passing yards from a rookie quarterback is outright impressive. Okay? He's looking good again this year. The Bears have been top of the division. They're a top team in the NFC. They do have to handle these Detroit Lions, and they lose to them the first time. But what did they do to the Vikings? They handled them. They got to handle Green Bay again. I can't remember if they played or if I got to go back and look at that one. But they do need to handle Detroit. And if they do, the Bears in the playoffs. The Bears will be in the playoffs most likely at the second or third seed, depending on how the season ends for them. But 19-17, they had to get this win. They lost in week 1. So kudos to the Chicago Bears. Great win for the Chicago Bears. Panthers beat the Falcons in overtime. I'm so sorry. They took my money. I did not see that one happening, boy. 30-27 just shows how bad the Vikings quarterback is. Look, I'm not gonna call him bad. He's bad. He's bad. And you had 13 for 16 for 175 yards and no touchdowns. Like, that's bad. In a division game, like, you've got to play better. Look, Kirk Cousins got in. Did Michael Penix get hurt? We're going to have to go look at that, huh? But, like, they had to play Kirk Cousins. Let's see here. Where we at? Bengals Steelers, Unk Bowl number 2. Steelers came on top 34-12. Walnut got hurt. He is very fragile. Mason Rudolph came in. We'll see the extent of Rodgers' injury, but they definitely needed this win. Like, they had no choice but to win this game, and they did that emphatically, 34-12. Packers win over the Giants 27-20. I'm so mad this game was even that close. Chargers are ass. I mean, I waited days to come on here and waited for that one because, bro, I'm done with Justin Herbert. I'm done. I'm like, what more could you not do, bro? Like, when the game is on the line, you take a knee. When the game is under pressure, you throw an interception. You throw missed passes. You don't throw the ball. You hold it and run slide somewhere. Like, you do not make smart decisions when you are in a tough game. Don't care what anybody says. Like, I know people say Sam Darnold has rough times in big games, or what was the one they said? Kirk Cousins sucked in prime time. Justin Herbert sucks behind the line of scrimmage. You have to have the game handed to him for him to play football right. Like, the route has to be perfect. The protection has to be perfect. The pass has to be released perfectly. You like any niche in the game plan, and this kid is ass. How do you let a team as bad as the Jaguars put up 35 points on you and you only respond with 6? I don't hear nothing else about Justin Herbert. Nothing. I'm sorry, Cardo. I'm so sorry. I do hope you have another quarterback. I'm sure you do. But I'm so over Justin Herbert, man. Like, how? Like, I don't. I think I'm more mad at myself because of how long I've gone around protecting this dude, and I'm just fed up now. Now I'm more embarrassed than anything because it's just like there's nothing wrong with you, and yet you do everything wrong when they need you to be a leader, when they need you to take command, when they need you to just play quarterback. You can't do either one. Like, I'm over Justin Herbert, bro. Nah, I can't do it anymore. Texans, Titans. I think at this point, man, like, I just feel sorry for the Titans. And it was sad that they're actually going to get a win. Their second win is going to come against the Browns. Because Shadir is just struggling right now. If he even plays, I don't know. He had that one game. Dylan Gabriel might just be out for a game and then come back. So who knows how that's going to plan out. It's a mess. It's a mess in the Browns, but we'll keep our eye on it and see what response comes from this week. I know his heart was. I know he wanted to cry sitting on that bench. I'm sorry, and I know that. Like, he didn't look. He was. I find it weird. Your backup quarterback never got any first team reps. I have never known any organization that does crap like that. How are you so unprepared for this quarterback in this game? Like, Did you really just think Dylan Gabriel was not going to get hurt? I mean, I knew he was going to get hurt. I've been saying it all season. Just wait till he gets hurt and Shedeur will be in the game. And it will be prior to the Titans game because they will have Shedeur play against his comrade. Did y'all not think that scenario was going to happen? Anyway, and now here we are, an unprepared quarterback. Like, he was unprepared. Why was he not taking first team reps? Why do you have a quarterback making $300 million still on your team? These are the questions on why the Browns can't win football games. They make stupid decisions. It was a stupid decision to have a quarterback not get first team reps at all as the backup. That is your clear backup if something happens to your starter. Because last time I checked, Gabriel got second team reps or first team reps. Oh, why was he so prepared when he came in? When you got rid of Flacco? Do you think we paid attention to that? But yet, this quarterback gets no attention with first team reps. So he goes out there and he looks embarrassed, like he's just supposed to go out there and do something. So you should be fired as a coach. Understand that. You were bad at your job. You did not handle the situation at all with any grace. I don't know who told you to make these decisions, and if you did them on your own accord, it is even more reason you should not run an NFL team. You don't make good decisions. You make horrible decisions. How did you let somebody come into this game so unprepared? It's ridiculous to me. I don't. You have me sitting here agreeing with Cam Newton, and when you as a person can do something like that, that's how I know how bad you are at your job. I should never have to agree with Cam Newton on anything. Okay. And in this situation, I am 100% behind him when calling for your resignation or job because, bro, you failed this team. You failed that player. You failed this organization. You failed the fans. Those fans cheered him on, expecting him to have a better performance, and you cannot put that on him. As a matter of fact, the entire media has actually come for your head on how unprepared he was. Ain't that some shit? Sorry, I'll pay the fine, but wow. That's crazy, right? You threw him out there. What did you think was going to happen to you? You thought people were just going to leave you alone? You are the head coach of an organization where everyone else on this team was prepared to play a football game but one. That's your fault, not his. Because all you could sit here and say was, you had every opportunity to go into the media and say, we have worked with this kid time and time again. There's reasons why he is where he is on this team. And here is what happens when he was on. You had every opportunity, but nope. All that tells us is it was not his fault. And you had this kid unprepared. You as a head coach should not have a job in the NFL because this is what you do to players. This is how you care for players. That's crazy work, bro. That's crazy work. But the Browns do lose 16-23 to a Ravens team that I did say was going to go on a winning streak. And here we are, 4 games at 5-5. That's crazy. I told you guys, Ravens were going to start steamrolling people. They're going to lose, again, a couple here. They're going to get into the playoffs on a 10 and maybe 9-8. They might get in with a 9-8. That division right now is really, you got Steelers on top. I think Ravens will be number 2 behind them. Could they miss the playoffs this year with a 9-7 record? Maybe, but it depends on other teams that because you got the Chiefs, they just lost. So that's what I'm saying. It's all about who can finish strong at this race right now. It's a race with the Chiefs. It's a race with the what's the name? Ravens. And it's a race for one other team. There's a third team in the AFC that's like tethering between winning, like they have a record where they can win or lose. Who was it? Dang it, I can't think of their names. When it comes back to me, I'll let you guys know. Anyway, moving on. All right, we had the Bucks and the Bills. Whew, another 44-point game for the Bills. Josh Allen with 6 touchdowns. So if you had Josh Allen, nice job. I probably think that's probably the only thing you needed because 6 touchdowns. Wow. What an amazing performance. Could have did that last week against the Miami Dolphins, but you chose not to. So I don't know. When you want to turn it on, you turn it on. That's what I'm saying. Like when he wants to turn it on, he turns it on. Like why would you not want to turn it on against the Dolphins? That defense is terrible. You cannot sit here and tell me anybody on that defense knows Josh Allen and how to stop him. You only put up 13 points to turn around against the Bucs to put up 44. I don't know. That makes no sense to me. But that's football. Another 40-point game. We already talked about the Cardinals. Sorry, asses. Rams. This game was a great game. The score says everything you need to know about this game. This game should have been flexed, but it wasn't. But it's okay. It was still very, very, very enjoyable. 21-19, the Rams. It was just that kind of, and it was 14-12 pretty much the most of the game. Like it started off hot. It got cooled off because both sides of the defenses were just outstanding in that game. We don't talk about that enough when we talk about these games. I know a lot of these low scores we talk about, that's garbage. That game was boring. No, this game and the Eagles, Eagles kind of boring. That game, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. That game was boring. Screw that. That game was boring. That Rams and Seahawks game was good. That game was boring. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that Eagles Lions was gonna be a little bit better, but it was pretty damn boring. No, the best game of the week was that Seahawks Rams game. That game was outstanding. I'm glad I don't think anybody got hurt in that game, which is good. It was just a tough game to win. Both defenses played very, very well. Again, we don't talk about that enough, and they did. I even think if you have both defenses, you actually got some points in fantasy, even though the score was 21-19. Between the sacks, was there interceptions? Let's go see. Sam Darnold had 4. Matthew Stafford had none. So yeah, if you had the Rams defense, you won. You won this week with the Rams defense for sure. All right, next game. Chiefs and the Broncos. Yo, look, I did have the Chiefs winning this game. I'm sorry, I did. I thought they would have had a better ACL injury. Oh my God. I'm not trying to laugh at him. But if you're looking for a quarterback, Kirk Cousins it is. If you're looking for a number 2 wide receiver, Darnell Mooney it is. Yeah. Hey, look, we get fantasy, baby. Injuries happen. Penix, welcome to Coach's Couch. But Kirk Cousins is joining the squad, baby. Kirk Cousins is in the lineup. So if you need a quarterback, Kirk Cousins it is. Yes, sir. I don't know how it's going to look. Don't get me wrong. He ain't played football since last year. I don't know how it's going to look. But again, my whole point is if you need a quarterback, Kirk Cousins it is. All right. Yeah, Michael Penix is out. Michael Penix will be out. So the last games will be going to Kirk Cousins. I think they're going to do further MRI to see the severity of the injury, but they're talking ACL. And they're saying it's not the same knee that's in college. So that's not good at all. Back to the games. So we have Chiefs Broncos. Broncos win 22-19. Lions lose 16-9 to the Eagles. Let's go check out something real quick. And I did have the Lions losing to this game on my prediction, by the way. Look, I had a lot of teams losing to the Eagles that will be in the playoffs. I'm not sure what the Lions will be, but I had the Bucs losing to them. I had Packers losing to them. I had the Lions losing to them. And at one point I think I had the Lions at 9 wins anyway. All right, Jared Goff, 14 for 37. 37 passes. You only completed 14. Got 255 yards out of 14 completions. I mean, you was launching the hell out of that ball. The running game, 6 rushes for 27 yards for David Montgomery. 12 rushes, for 39 yards for Jahmyr Gibbs. But he had 5 receptions for 107 yards. This is why Jahmyr Gibbs is so dang on explosive. Jay Williams, 4 catches for 88 and a touchdown. This is what the world has been waiting for. Here is the problem with J-Mo getting the ball. This is why Coach stays away from number 1 receivers. Your boy Amon-Ra St. Brown had 2 catches for 42 yards. Jared Goff ain't slinging that ball to everybody. He's got a couple targets, and he's getting the ball out of his hand. He can't sit in that pocket long because he's scared to get hit. I think these are the elements people forget about Jared Goff. These elements are the reasons why I don't understand how he got all that money. But they have a winning record at 6-4. Okay, you know. But they only put up 9 points against the Eagles defense. And that Eagles defense secondary is not good. They're getting better, but they're not good, bro. You can throw on the Eagles, okay? Hold on. Let me backtrack what I just said. Let me look up something real quick. Let's see. So Baltimore is 1, Chiefs are 2, secondary. Philly's 8. So no, their defense, their secondary has gotten a lot better. So no, that's probably why he had a little bit of issues in this game. That's why he was dumped. It was, again, he went to Jahmyr Gibbs. So those are more dump off plays than they are down the field. And what was it? J-Mo was what? 4 for 88. Yep. So again, Jared Goff, he's going to get the ball out of his hands. He's not going to keep the ball in his hands long, which means you got 1 or 2 targets. He's not going to get hit. Like, I don't know if y'all get that. Jared Goff will not sit in the pocket and wait for you to go downfield to get hit. No. You better be down the field so he can get ready to throw it. But he's not taking no shots. I'm sorry. But yeah, good job on the Eagles. And they are now sitting at 8-2, if I'm not mistaken. Go back and look up. Yep, 8-2, dropping the Lions down to 6-4. Think about that. Right? The Eagles have been playing the way they have been playing, and they have only lost 2 games. I told you guys, they are just trying to get into the playoffs with the least amount of injuries as possible, which means these football games will not look pretty. Okay, they just won't. And last on our block, we have the Cowboys versus the Raiders. Hey, look, at this point, I think it's time to take Geno Smith out of the football game. Okay, Google. Who are the quarterbacks for the Las Vegas Raiders? You know what? At this point, I'm dead. I think it's just time to put in Kenny Pickett. I think so, bro. Like, what more is Geno Smith going to give you? 27 for 42 for only 238 yards for a touchdown and an interception. Remember, that's why he made the big bucks. That's why he made the big bucks. That's what he told some high school boys. That's why he made the big bucks. For that, it's time to put in Kenny Pickett. I don't think we can do much more Geno Smithing around here. I can't take it. I can be honest with you. Watch this. This is about to be probably the most ugliest stat you probably will ever see in football. Okay. I'm about to make y'all sick to your stomach with this stuff. Why you being funny? There we go. All right. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? 12 touchdowns for Geno Smith this entire season. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games left. He only has 12 touchdowns. However, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He has more than 13. He had 30, got 13 interceptions. It is time. It is time to sit Geno Smith down. Russell Wilson got benched in week 2, 3. Okay. You sat in Bryce Young. Anytime he has just a rough game, you ready to sit him. Anytime. You ready to sit him. Okay. Geno has not been benched all season. Not all season. What is he? It's almost like the Vegas Raiders are just there for the people who come to Vegas to just enjoy whoever comes to play the Vegas Raiders. Like, I think at this point, that's just what that team is for. There's no winning over there, bro. There's no winning culture in Vegas at all. It's a show. People come to Vegas to win. Hey, right? And when you go to Vegas for, right? You go to Vegas to win. The people living there don't win. So the Raiders ain't no better. They're right there. Oh my God, this team is so bad right now, bro. I do feel bad for the fans. But then again, it's like, are they real fans? Because the real fans were left over there in Oakland. So I don't know. I just feel like the Raiders have just become the NFL's punching bag to make money in Vegas. It's just the money. It's a money bid. That's all they are. Certain teams are there for that reason. Just for the money. I don't. He what? I guess okay. So I guess what I'm confused with when I watch the Raiders play football, right? What's the purpose? What was the purpose of having Pete Carroll? What was the purpose of having Geno Smith? It ain't working, right? So then what? You bench Geno Smith next year, but you still have Pete Carroll. It's not going to work. There's more underlying issues, and the players are basically coming to work and dealing with it. Because what? In the next 2 years, what's going to happen? They're going to have another coach. That's simple. You know who it might be, though? Somebody might make an NFL return. He ain't doing too good in college, so he might make an NFL return. You might get Bill Belichick over to the Raiders in the next year or two. Who knows? Who knows, right? All right, so let's move over to the comment section. I'm sure a lot of you guys got some questions for me. Where the trolls at? That's what I want to see. Where the trolls at? No trolls. Dustin, how we doing? What's good, buddy? How we doing today? Let's see. How do you feel about Wilson from quarterback? Wilson from Green Bay. How much fab would you give up? Well, here's my first question. Let me see the rest of your team. But let me go look at Wilson while you get those names from me. They play Minnesota this week. Let me see something. You might be onto something. I tell you what, pick him up. Pick him up. Be ready. Read the injury reports up to Friday. We pay attention to see if he practices this week. Okay, it's a knee contusion, and he avoided a serious injury. I don't think people understand the severity of that, which is good. So for me personally, with the state of the Packers and their record, they can potentially rest him, and I do like Emmanuel Wilson. Stash him if you have the room. Don't let nobody go out there and get him. I.e., for everyone else in chat, if you're looking for a running back, Emmanuel Wilson from the Green Bay Packers. See, this is the community that this chat is for. We had a question come in about a player. Coach goes and does the research on the player. Coach likes the player. Coach likes the scenario the player fits in, okay? It's a yes. That's simple. It's a yes. He's a good player. You can look at his numbers and see that. And by all accounts, the game itself showed you he can run the football. Five Eagles, 5. Hey, like I said, I had let's go look at Coach's predictions. I just want to see you. I want you guys to see the homework Coach puts in the offseason. Okay. Philadelphia is 8-2. Okay. They're 8-2. Philadelphia lost, and get this, they lost to the Giants in week 6 on a Thursday night, right? You want to know something funny about that? This is exactly what Coach has right here. Lost to the Giants. Now, I did pick the Eagles early in the season, but in my prediction itself, because why? I don't give away teams. Well, I give the away team to win. Or the home team to win. The Giants were home in my prediction, so I gave them the win against the Eagles. That was one of their losses, and it actually happened, right? Their other loss, I forgot who it came with, because they have 2 losses. I forgot who the other was. It the Rams? I know they lost it earlier in the season. I have them only losing 3 games all season. Now, what that means is they could lose 4, but maybe only 3 because Washington has no quarterback. I had them losing that away game in week 16. They're going to win that game. The game they may lose is the game on the road in week 12 this week against the Cowboys. They could potentially lose that game. That will be their 3rd loss, and they will have the Bears, the Chargers, the Raiders, the Commanders, the Bills, and the Commanders at the end. So they could lose 4. I have them losing 3, but they can lose 4. Right now they're 8-2. They're sitting fine right where I got them. And I had them at 8 or 9-1 at this point. But they're 8-2. So not too far off. So this is the kind of homework the coach puts in the offseason, okay? Pulled out the Dubs sitting 6th for playoffs. Nice. Everyone really close. Leader only has 7 wins. That's a tough division. You guys have a tough league. That is awesome. I love leagues like that too. And that probably means you're in a 12. I think it's a 12 or 14 league. Because with the leader only having 7 wins, that means everybody in this league knows football. Those are one of the toughest leagues to be in, guys. I'm telling you, when everybody has a knowledge, you know what that means? That waiver wire is bare naked. I mean, the fact that he was able to get Emmanuel Wilson, ain't nothing left now. Dog water. You can drink dog water. That's the only way you win it because there's nothing left out there, bro. Like that is, and look, with fantasy football, you get lucky like that sometimes. It happens. Who expected? You don't expect injury, but you expect injury, and everybody just kind of saw Josh Jacobs playing great football. Boom, knee hurt. But they got another backup. That's where we got to flex that fantasy waiver wire skill. Like, I got him. Because remember, we haven't seen Emmanuel Wilson all year. Like, he's gotten in the games, but we haven't really seen him do much. And here he is. He got his opportunity. Boom. And they're literally saying he'll have about 80% of the touches, basically, if Josh Jacobs is out. So that's what you got to stay vigilant in those waiver wires. Even if it looks like the leader only has 5 points compared to everybody. Why you got 5 and everybody don't? How often are you getting in the game behind your starter? You know what I mean? So, should I stash you because you do get touches and I like your yard. Like you get 4 yards of carry, but even though you only got like 30 yards, but that's the stuff you got to look at. You got to look at every piece of that detail because you could miss something if you pass up on that person. Now that person, somebody else just knew more about him than you did, picks him up, stashes him, doesn't even use him. Starter goes out, boom. He got the handcuff sitting on his bench. So even if the players, when you go on that waiver wire and those numbers look up, go look at all of them. Go look at the percentage of times these don't get in games, get in the game, okay? Because one of them may be somebody that needs to be stashed on your roster in case those touches start elevating, okay? Nico, how we doing? Good morning. You're 8-3. Nice. Bijan, CC, Christian McCaffrey, and AJ. See, 3 running backs. You had Derrick Henry on the bench. And I know he didn't draft all of this. Nico got most of these through some trades with Coach. He came over here. He asked Coach, should I make this trade? Coach gave him his answer. I say yay and nay, but I give you a whole detail of why you should and why you shouldn't. And look at his team. He did not have these players when the season started. I promise you that. And he's 8-3 now. He's got 4 running backs. Oh, yeah, he's definitely ready for the playoffs. This is going to be good to watch. In a 12-man league, he's 3-8. He can't trade anymore. Nobody trading this. It gets tough in some leagues, bro. Some leagues are like that. Can't rely on Worthy, Tez. Golf struggles against Philly. I should have put because at least he had 400 and some yards. Yeah. But you know what, Nico? Them shoulda, coulda, wouldas, because at the same time, the players you had in should have just did the job. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way you would know not to. I mean, no. I don't know. Like, it's in one way you could have said there's no way you're not. There's no way you could have known not to start this player, but then on another end, I mean, what showed you couldn't have started Brissett? What showed you couldn't have started the Seahawks tight end? So it's just like that's you fighting with your brain constantly because you're trying to find ways to get this team up, and you're fighting your own knowledge. That's all that basically says. You don't have a curse. You're fighting yourself. A 3-8 record. It's rough to try to come back and win. You're gonna make. I should have did this. I should have known this. It's a back and forth you're tethering with. But no. And put it this way: you could have left those guys in, and the other guys' team just could not did anything. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't look at it that way. The way I see it is, it was destined for this team not to win. I feel like no matter what move you would have made, that league itself, you're not. It wasn't meant for you to win in that one. Here we go. That's who I was waiting for, baby. Yes. That's right. We got to get 3 more. Yeah, goddamn. We need 3 more wins, man. But yes, this is the person I was waiting. Good job, Niori. Good job. 196 points. This man had Josh Allen for 6 touchdowns. Travion for 3 touchdowns. Bijan went off. J-Mo got 88 in a touchdown. Yeah, he went off. Yo. Oh my goodness. Fiore. Oh, we're so close, buddy. We're so close. Oh my God, we're so close. We need 3 more wins. Fiore, we need 3 more wins, buddy. Oh my goodness. And your team is set. They're going to lean on Travion. I don't think of course, we know he's not going to get 3 touchdowns again. But based on who he's playing, if the defense is soft, we understand that we're going to have Travion catching or running another touchdown. So we will be keeping him in. So we'll talk more about that tomorrow on tomorrow's show for our start and sit episode. But man, what a great thing to see. And you know what, Niori, you got that league sweating. You got that league. You weren't supposed to be 5 and 6. You got the league sweating. At this point, before you talk to Coach, before you met Coach, you should be You should be 2-9, maybe 3-8. Like dead ass. You should not have a 5-6 record right now. No. You worked at this record. You worked hard on your roster. You stay vigilant each and every week. All that hard, bro. You put in real hard work. And will it be sad if it happens in the past? If another game, if a game takes, it will. But the fact that you fought all the way to this point, be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself. Know that you are a fantasy football threat, and anybody in your league should always be worried to play against you. That is dead ass. You are. I'm so proud of you, man. Like, wow, guys. I don't think you got, unless you've been here with me, with Nico, with Throne. Like, there's a few of us that have been here since the start. Okay, my fellows from the R2L League who are always here. Like, yeah, that makes me so happy to see, man. Golly, man, that makes me so happy to see. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. We just need 3 more wins. We're not. We celebrate now. Enjoy it. Tomorrow, we gotta get back to work. We gotta get that win is gone. Okay, we gotta get back to work. We gotta get to the next win. So enjoy it today. Soak in it. Okay, bathe in the fact that you got these boys sweating on the other side. Because if you win 3 more games, somebody's out. And I think trade deadline is over. So can't nobody go nowhere. They stuck with what their rosters are looking like. So enjoy it today. We got to get right back to work tomorrow. Should I start K9 over J-Mo? Who does Detroit play this week? Yeah, I'm doing Jameson. They play the Giants this week. So I'm definitely doing J-Mo. Absolutely. Let's see. Seahawks. Seahawks D kept us in the game and Darnold threw 4 picks. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. We only lost by 2 points on the road. Honestly, I'll take it. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was just more so Darnold struggles against the Rams. And look, Tom Brady struggled against Eli and the Giants in the Super Bowls, both of them. Okay. Who had whose number? Seahawks had the Broncos number when Peyton Manning was a Bronco. Like there's just certain times, like Good Morning Football pointed out best. Manti Te'o pointed out best. There are certain players that do just struggle against certain teams. Josh Allen can't beat the Chiefs in the playoffs. He's 0-4. He can't beat the Chiefs in the playoffs. You know who else can't beat the Chiefs in the playoffs? The Ravens. Ravens actually have a worse playoff record just in general than the Chiefs do. So that, go figure, right? But no, I would do listen, Sam Darnold, they should hopefully have a better game this week. He didn't play 4 interceptions rough. I know they say one of them wasn't his fault, but I mean, 3 were. He had a rough game. But I've always said that too. Sam Darnold in big rough games, like when the team shows they can be better, he struggles and loses. So that is, I'm not sure that's going to show its ugly head again. I think they'll win the next game, hopefully. If they don't, that's bad. But I think it'll show its head again if they face each other again in the playoffs. I think Darnold has more turnovers than Geno. Let's go see. Geno got 13. Let's go see. Okay, Google, how many interceptions does Sam Darnold have? He has 10. And 4 fumbles, so he has more overall turnovers. Yes, that's correct. Because he has 14 turnovers altogether. Jesus Christ. Wow. Say what? 6'7". Let's see. Coach Emmanuel Wilson was picked up 3 weeks ago. I tell you, man. Hey, but that's good. That lets you know you're in a tough league. But yeah, that's pretty tough. That's pretty. 3 weeks ago, he wasn't even doing work. No, he wasn't even. Hey, but look. Again, some people do a lot of inside intel work. Like a lot of people know. Like a lot of fantasy football fans go inside the organization. Like they want to because it's a lot of podcasts. There's a lot of people who have the inners of these organizations, and you listen to them. Listen to what they have to say. Listen to the fact that they're in there when the players are in there having lunch and talking. It's just that those certain inside details help you understand players a lot better. And some players, some fantasy league owners, right? They're obsessed with the owners, like the organization. So they actually will know more what's going on in practice without even being in practice because they get inside information. And you can get that from anywhere. If you just know somebody that knows somebody, it's not hard. A lot of people put in work to get that information. Let's see, my trades are coming through. Yep. And that's the biggest thing is that the fact that you made the trades and they're paying off. That's the biggest thing. Yeah, you're very welcome, Nico. I appreciate that, man. Hey, the biggest thing was the fact that the person coughed him up. And I think we did a 2-for-1. I know we did a deal. We did something. We talked about what to do to make sure that deal gets locked in. So I'm just glad it happened that way. Guys there. Yep. So you had Bijan, Rico Dowd, Bucky Urban for almost free. Yeah. And with Flacco straight up. So I'm glad that worked out for you. I'm so happy. Because the biggest thing was us getting Bijan, I believe. JMO against the Giants, K9 against the Titans. Oh, man, K9 against the Titans? That might sound a little bit juicier. This will be a good bounce back win for Sam Darnold and the Seahawks too, man. This is tough, Niori, because we can't make a wrong move here. Is there a way to play both, or do you have other better receivers above them? Let's see. Which defense should I play this week? Rams, 49ers, or Atlanta? Now, don't touch Atlanta. Don't touch Atlanta. And the only reason I'm saying that right now is because even though Kirk Cousins is coming in to take over, I actually don't know what it's going to look like. You know what I mean? I don't know how well he's going to play offensively, and I don't know how well the defense is going to play on the back of Kirk Cousins right now. So for me, I would say no to Atlanta, and I would either do the Rams or the 49ers. Rams play Tampa Bay, which they might win too. The 49ers play. I'm going with the 49ers because they're playing the Cardinals. I'm going with the 49ers. I like that. I like them playing. I like their defense against the 49ers a little bit better. Wait. Hey, guess what? We're going to take that away and say no. We're going to say no. The 49ers defense just has not been good at all this year. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to go to Rams. We're going to go default and go Rams. They are the best of the three. And I do like their game this week against the Bucks. So, which means I like them to get maybe 1 interception and 2 sacks. So that should be good. So yeah, I like the Bucks this week. I mean, I like the Rams this week. Mike McDonald during the press conference, I think he deserves and earns more opportunities to get the ball. Yeah, I know. Um, and he would say that because of the Titans. That's why. Let me see. Let's give me one. Let me see something real quick. This one is a little tough. Oh, that worries me. Let's see. How is Tennessee's defense? Nope, that's not enough for. Hmm. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay, here we go. Right, in the middle of the pack against the run. Okay, that doesn't give me what I'm looking for though. Oh, let's see. How many yards the Titans allow the running backs? I want to say they allow 4.9 yards a carry, but that's not. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Fantasy points against or allowed. Let's see. Where's the Titans defense? Here we go. Okay, so a running back going against the Tennessee Titans averages 20 points a game. They average 109 rushing yards. They average about 23 attempts. And they average a touchdown. So yes, you could go K9. So you have a tough decision. I ain't gonna lie, because you can play both. You do have a tough decision. Dang, you can play both. Because K9 could, and so the reason why the coach brought that up in the press conference is simply because not based off the fantasy numbers alone, but because Tennessee allows 109 yards to opposing running backs. So if he should be good to have a big game again, basically another 20-point game in fantasy, playing against the Titans this week. So you could go K9, you could go JMO. You, sir, have a decision to make, and it's because you have two players you can't play. So Josh Jacobs is considered day-to-day. He did not need surgery, but he's considered day-to-day, which tells me he could be benched this week for you Emmanuel Wilson owners. My receivers are JSN and Nico Collins. Nico has a tough game against the Bills this Thursday night. You might have to bench Nico and play K9. That's what you may have to do. Would you trade Jawan Jennings and Stephon Diggs on my bench for Jamar Chase suspended this week? And the guy needs to win at 5-6 right now. He has Lad and bye this week. Yes. So you can get Chase. Absolutely. Yes. All it does is take Jawan Jennings and Stephon Diggs off your roster. Some people you don't need. Because what does them Stephon Diggs numbers look like right now? It's cold outside. Just curious. Just curious if he's putting up 100 yards a game. Feels like the Seahawks are managing his injury and about to unleash K9 in the second half of the season. Absolutely. And that's another, I'm seeing the same exact thing. Because literally, like, it was nothing and then 20. But a good game with that 20. So, yeah, it looks like they're pretty much basically about to say, go ahead, buddy. And around this time of the year, as long as you've been winning and you've won without him, yes, that's perfect. He's been able to rest, get healthy, and now he's about to be a part of the reason why you guys come back and win even more. So I like it. But J-Mo is coming off a loss and is playing back at home. I know. I told you. You've got a decision to make. It's a tough one. Me personally, I would bench Nico this week against the Bills, and play J-Mo play J-Mo in that position. That way, you should still have a roster room to play K9, so you can have them both in the game. This is a week. Hey, look, you 5-6. You got to win. This is a week we cannot play coy about it. We have to figure out, based off the stat line, who is in line to get the most points. That's who we have to start. If they're saying J-Mo is going to get more points than Nico, we have to start J-Mo this week. If they're saying K9 is getting more points than somebody else on your team, and it's the reason why is this is the part of the season where these players should be getting the ball a lot more at the back half of the season. More consistency to these guys at the back half of the oh my God, I can't speak. At the back half of the season. Are you not scared that Jamar Chase is not going to try to play hard because the Bengals don't have a shot? I'm a little, but I feel like he's more of a team player, and you may be onto something because their chances are pretty much gone. They had a chance, but it's gone. And I don't see Jamar Chase as that kind of player. him spitting on somebody gets spent. I can see that, but I don't see him being that kind of player. But I can tell you one thing: his schedule ain't easy the back half of the season between Baltimore, Buffalo, Baltimore, and it gets easy for Miami, Arizona, and Cleveland. That defense is still pretty tough. Let me see something. No, I don't do it. I actually have to say Stephon Diggs has been very, very, very consistent. I wouldn't do it. If you can find a way to use Jauan Jennings and another player to bring in Chase and then have Chase just to have him, that's fine. That way you ain't got to play against him if he does go off. There's always that scenario. But he is feeding him, but look at the defenses that have played. Got to remember that. Now, that the feeding isn't the issue. It's the defenses that they're playing against. For example, and he's questionable. Who turned you on? Why did you do that? Yeah, Tennessee, Jacksonville, Denver. But it doesn't get tough really till now. Texas had a kind of a soft schedule this year. They just didn't play well. I mean, he is feeding him, but again, like I said, he's playing Buffalo this week. You could see him get 7 for 75 again. He could even get the 9 for 90, 9 for 80. I just don't know if he'll get the touchdown. He could. And I'm not taking away from Nico. I'm just saying, let me see. He's supposed to be at 16. They got Jameson at 12, and they got Nico at 16. And again, I did say play the one this week that has the higher value. So well, you got a tough one now. This is the only tough part about having too many good players. Like you can't if you sit the wrong one. And it's a Thursday night game. I don't know if they're gonna feed Nico on a Thursday night game. That's my only problem too. It's a short week. I don't know how the Texans are gonna come into this game. And what's wrong with Stroud? He's still questionable. He didn't practice in Monday's walkthrough. You still dealing with a concussion? Jesus Christ. He's soft. Boy. Nope, not going there. I'm not going there. God dang it, Nori. You make my head hurt. What would Coach do? So Coach took over your roster with a Nico Collins feed. Question, what receiver on your roster had the lowest points last week? No matter who it is, what receiver, starting or bench, what receiver had the lowest scores? And if they were a starter, even if it was 17, anybody else dropped more, who had the lowest points on your team last week? Jauan Jennings and Theo. Yeah. I like that one a lot better. Absolutely. That'd be a lot better. Just to get in Chase. Yeah, absolutely. Just to bring in Chase. I like that. He has Kincaid injured right now, but he already had Kittle. Okay, yeah, so he should be fine. Who cares about what he got? We worried about us. We don't give a damn what he worried about. We worried about us. And Yori, you have Josh Allen. You have to remember that's a Thursday night game. Do you want to play Josh Allen against Nico? Yeah, think about that too. And it's not like one will have an effect on the other thing, but it's just almost like, do you want to have two Thursday night players on your roster play, right? Or do you take one of them off? You can't take Josh Allen off. So it's either you're going to have two Thursday night slots going into Sunday, and one will have good points and one may not. And now you got to hope, dream, pray, and hopefully not murder somebody when the Sunday games happen. So these are some pretty tough decisions to make. Personally, I do like K9 against the Giants, but I also like K9 against rushing against the who does they play against? The Titans. St. Brown was my lowest receiver. Okay, hopefully he won't do that again this week against the Giants. Well, that's why I asked, not knowing it was him. However, this is why I was telling Niori to play J-Mo, because I think J-Mo is going to do it again. And remember, I said it last week. Old buddy took over the play calling. Head coach took over the play calling. The ball went to J-Mo, not St. Brown. Anybody pay attention to that? And I said that was exactly what was going to happen. And that's exactly what happened. He's faster. He's bigger. He's stronger. Okay? He's supposed to be the number one, to be quite honest with you. So what we will do here is put in. Now, here's my question. That's my question. Was he one of your starters? Was St. Brown one of your starters this week? Was he in one of the wide receiver slots this week? Yeah, Goff, Javonte, Genty. Yeah, they sure did. Addison, Worthy, McBride, Tez, AJ Barner. Yeah, but you need Chase. You need Jamar Chase. Yeah, you need Jamar Chase. And St. Brown was a starter with Rashee Rice. I do think they're gonna go. Let me see something. There's a specific report. I want to see if they have it. This one is a bit tough. They have two great receivers, man, and it's just like they can't use them both because Goff can't do that. So what we need to do is you can't, because it doesn't even matter. You can't. It's not like you can play Chase this week. You might be taking the L this week. In this is the 12 team, right? Yeah, you might be taking another L this week. And if you were trading for Chase in this 12-team league, I don't see the point. You only have 3 wins. You only have 3 wins in this league. If it's the 12-teamer that you're trying to get Chase for, I wouldn't even worry about it, bro. It's not like the season can be saved, and making the trade, it kind of seems redundant on a 3-win team. Jamar Chase for the 8-man. Oh, okay. Oh, thank God. Okay, thank God. Yeah, go ahead. I would do it. But I would do Tez and Jawan Jennings, so you can keep Diggs and have Jamar Chase in the 8-man. Absolutely. Yeah. I thought this was the 13, the 12-man. Like, oh no, God, there's no need for that. All right, man. We had a great show today, guys. An hour and 27 minutes, hour and a half, basically. I love it. Hey, anything over an hour is because I'm answering a lot of questions from you guys, even if it's just 3 people. We can sit here all day and just chit chat. Okay. So again, if you guys still want to chit chat with Coach, right? Always, Nico, always. If you want to chit chat with Coach some more, I will be live in about 30 minutes on Twitch with a little bit of Fortnite for a little bit. So if you want to chit chat with me more football, you can come on over to Twitch and kick it with me and talk some more football. If you guys, we have our show tomorrow again at 9:30, so please be ready for that one. We will be getting ready for week 12. Very excited. The season's almost complete. A little sad now. Because me without football it's a man with no life, bro. I'm sorry. I get sad. Don't want to eat. Can't sleep. Replaying history in my head. So many touchdowns and Super Bowls from Tom Brady. It's like magic over and over again. But then that's all it is. It's just magic because it's not there. Because it's gone. And it just lives in here until the whole August comes back around. And preseason comes. I love football. Like this is my everyday thing, man. Like I can't be without it. My work schedule has to be around football. I'm sorry. Coach, I'll be chatting with you once I win week 12 and do a crazy comeback. I love it. So, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow for week 12's prediction. We basically go over week 12 games and our starting sits and get you guys ready for the week. All right. I appreciate everybody that came in. I love you guys. Coach is out.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.